Hello, my name's Joshua. I work for Currys PC World, and today I'm going to show you how to disconnect and install your new washing machine. So before we get started, I've had a little bit of a survey of where my washing machine is, looking for the plumbing connections and the electrical connections. I've noticed with my washing machine that all the plumbing and the electrics are behind it, which means I'm going to have to move it out a little bit before I can start disconnecting it. You might find in your home that they're in the cupboard to the right hand side or to the left hand side, but it's important that you have a look for it before you get started. To move the washing machine, I'm going to grab it on either side and just slide it out like so. Before I disconnect any of the plumbing, the first thing that I want to do is take the plug out of the socket. On my washing machine, I've found my cold water isolation tap. Notice that mine's a straight isolation tap. This is the flag that you turn it off with. It can be useful to have a little bit of kitchen roll. We're expecting some drips, a small amount of drips is quite normal. So what I do with the flag is I twist it so that it is in fact horizontal to the flow of water. If it's with the flow of water, it is on. If it's horizontal to the flow of water, then it is off. This should only be hand tight, so as I untighten it, as I said, a small amount of water will drip out. It's very, very normal. Now we move on to the waste pipe. This particular installation has a down pipe. You may have a spigot, that is completely normal. With any waste plumbing whatsoever, it can be a little bit loose, so please do be careful when disconnecting it. Because we have a down pipe, all I need to do is lift this out like so. Now your kitchen roll can come in handy here. This will have some water in it, it's completely normal. So use your kitchen roll just to create a small bung and reduce the chances of you getting wet. Now we move on to installing your new washing machine. First thing I'm going to do once I've got it inside is I'm going to have a look in the drum. In there I shall find the instruction manual, dust covers, water pipe and the U-bend, which I shall need because I'm on a down pipe. I'm going to remove the transit bolts and then I'm going to show you how to put the dust covers in. Next thing that we do is we install the water pipe. So I'm going to check that it's got an angled end and a straight end, and inside the thread are the rubber washers. We always fit the angled end to the back of the washing machine. This is so that when we push it back, the pipe will not become kinked as it hits the wall. All these connections should be hand tight. We only ever use a tool if when we test at the end, we find there is a small drip. Now we move on to installing the waste pipe. Because I have a down pipe, I need to use this U-bend. I want to connect it by clipping over the top, leaving around 5 to 6 inches to enter in the down pipe. Then all we need to do is loop it over, remembering to be nice and gentle, and letting it drop in. We can now connect the straight end of the water pipe. We connect that by aligning it with the tap, and again, keeping it hand tight. Once that's hand tight, we take the flag, twisting it so that it's in line with the flow of water. Give ourselves a little dry test with the finger just to check we haven't got any drips, and then we test the other end as well. Now that everything's plumbed in, I've made sure my hands are nice and dry before I reconnect the plug. Now we can push the washing machine back in. Give it a little rock just to check it's level. Mine is completely level, but if you did need to adjust it, you have a look in your instruction manual, it will tell you that there's a foot to the left and a foot to the right. You may be provided with a small spanner by the manufacturer, and then you can level the appliance off. Now that the appliance is installed and switched on, I want to run a small service wash. All manufacturers wet test their washing machines before they send them out to us as a customer. So I will do that by running any wash, normally a super quick wash. So on mine, I can twist to the left and I've got a 15-minute wash. A good way to care for your washing machine is that after every wash, if you open the door, give your door seal a wipe. Doesn't have to be kitchen roll, it can be any type of cloth. And then when you're not using it, leave the door slightly ajar like so, which will allow it to breathe.